How to deal with incorrect judgments during mindfulness practice. Hello, welcome to the mindfulness.Com, where we discuss about the practices, wisdom and science of mindfulness through spiritual scriptures. Today we are going to explore the wisdom of incorrect judgment in the spiritual Quran. In the chapter 105, the chapter The Incorrect Judgment. So the purpose of the chapter is to have a subjective experience and observation of how the controller in you, the I in you, deals with the incorrect judgments in mind. And the result of implementing the wisdom and practicing it is you become aware of how to gather awareness against incorrect judgments during your mindfulness practice, and how your awakened control prohibits it from accessing your records of understanding, and how to cut it off and overcoming the process of judging in you. So let's explore the chapter. Chapter 105, verse number 1. Have you not observed how your controller dealt with the adherents of the incorrect judgments in mind? So it's asking us to subjectively explore and observe how your controller, the controller is a very important term in the science of mindfulness. The controller is the I, the inner I. When you say I am, the I is the controller which sees your mind. So observe how your I, the controller, dealt with the adherents of the incorrect judgments in mind. Did it not make its deception in disappointment, and send against it rapid scattered gatherings of self-awareness? So people who have meditated already knows when we are connected, aligned and in obedience with the awareness, when the judgment comes, we are protected with a scattered gathering of self-awareness. So the same thing, when we have that experience, just observe and make sure you note it. Hitting it with prohibition to records of understandings. So in the science of Quran, your awareness is your records of understanding. Whatever you have understood, whatever you have retained as understanding is what is your self-awareness. So you can look into the website to understand how the self-awareness is formed and what is self-awareness. And verse number 5, then made it cut off from the core and overcome. So this scattered awareness which prohibited the judging mind from accessing to your records, and it cut off from the core the judging and overcome that process. So this is the wisdom of the chapter 105, the incorrect judgments. So if you implement and if you observe and if you become skillful of when the judgment arises, and if you are in the awakened controller, if you are the inner I who is observing your mind, you can bring your awareness and avoid the judgments, and you can cut it off. That is the spiritual wisdom in the chapter. And you can visit the website themindfulness.com to learn deeper about the concepts of controller and prohibition. And the Arabic word al-fil is traditionally understood as elephants, but if you look into lexicon, the word feel is his judgment or opinion was weak, he was incorrect in his judgment or opinion. So The spiritual meaning of the Quran is still there in the language, and it's still there in practices, and it is nothing but the manual of mindfulness and the science of our mind, self-awareness and consciousness. So visit the website and learn about the spiritual Quran, and thank you for listening. See you soon.